Okay. Hello students. So today we are going to discuss or we are going to continue module number 4 of your DSD using Verilog. Okay. So module number 4 is IO interfacing, and into that we have started the various points. So we have discussed about the IO devices and transducers, which are the input devices, which are the output devices we have discussed here. Then how the push button keys are arranged in matrix forms, and what are the requirements, how we can sense or how we can recognize which key is pressed. Okay, we have discussed it, and then we have discussed about the knobs and position encoders. Okay, so knobs means variable, preset we required. So in case of analog devices we require the variable register, or in case of digital circuits we require the push button switches, one for increasing volume or one for decreasing volume. That example we have discussed. Then we have discussed about the encoder, then we have discussed about the incremental encoder. Okay, so it will generate clockwise and anti-clockwise, okay, two phases, okay, according to the gray code we can generate. So then we have discussed about the various input devices, analog input devices, that microphone, accelerometer, fluid flow sensor, and gas detector. So output of these encoders, output of these analog sensors, these sensors will have output in analog, but our circuitry will work on digital. Okay, so we require to convert the analog input into digital outputs, and hence we require the analog to digital converter. So A to D converter. So there are various types of A to D converters, and the basic elements of the A to D converter, it is a comparator. So comparator compares the voltages between the one is the reference voltage and one is the current input. When the current input increases above the reference voltage, its output is going to be changed. Okay, when current input increases above the reference voltage, output will be high, or when the current input is less, the output will be low, and according to that we can manage or we can encode the output. Okay, so various types of converters are there. So in this module we are going to discuss only two types of A to D converter. One is a simple, that is a one flash ADC, and another it is a successive approximation ADC. Okay, what is the flash ADC? Flash ADC, it is a simple form of ADC, and its construction you can see into this figure. Okay, so the converter with n output bits consist of bank of 2 raised to n minus 1 comparators that compares the input voltage with the reference voltage and derived from a voltage divider. Okay, for a given input voltage V in, so for input voltage V in, and there is a reference voltage Vf, or that is a full scale voltage Vf. Okay, so V in is equal to K into Vf. V in is equal to K into Vf, where Vf is a full scale voltage and K is the fractional voltage between the 0 to 1. Okay, that is the voltage is divided into 0 to 1. So there are, depending upon the how many number of resistors, then we can use fraction will be there. For example, there are two resistors, there will be 0.5 will be the voltage divider, so 0.5 will be the fraction. Okay, so likewise we will get so various fractional voltage from 0 to 1. Okay, so the comparator output drives the encoder circuit, and it will generate the fixed point voltage into binary voltage. Okay, flash ADC have advantage that they convert input voltage into the digital form very quickly. Okay, the speed is more. It has a high speed performance. High speed flash ADC can be performed with the tens or hundreds of billions millions of samples per second it will convert. So they are suitable for converting bandwidth signals such as those forms high definition video cameras. They can be used in high definition video cameras, radio receivers, radars, and so on. Okay, so simple flash type ADC It is very simple, it is fast, but it uses many comparators. What is the disadvantage? Is that disadvantage of flash type ADC, it requires large number of comparators, and hence they are practically used in case of less number of bits, where we require the less number of bits. So common flash type ADC, it is 8-bit ADC. Okay, so we have the resolution of 8 bits. Okay, so number of output bits are the 8 bits. That is common type ADC. Okay, so another A to D converter, it is a successive approximation ADC. So what is the drawback of the flash type ADC? It requires more number of comparators, and hence area required for the IC is more. So that drawback is overcome into the successive approximation ADC. So in case of successive approximation ADC, so it requires a comparator, one A to D convert, one comparator, one digital to analog converter, and one is a successive approximation register. Okay, for the signals that changes more slowly, we can use the successive approximation register. Okay, so for fast signaling, we have to go for the flash type ADC. Okay, it uses digital to analog converter. Okay, initially to make the successive approximation to the digital signal. Okay, so to illustrate how the successive approximation register works. Okay, so here at the first, whenever the input voltage is given, when the input voltage is given, DAC generates output. So that analog output will be like this. So for first approximation, it will give the DAC output will be 0 1 1 1 1. So this is for 4-bit comparator, and this is for 8-bit DAC. So this comparator will give half of the reference voltage. That is, if suppose a reference voltage is equal to 5 volt, so then it will give 2.5 volt. Okay, as the comparator output gives, so D7 bit will be equal to 0 or 1. If input voltage is more than the DAC output voltage, if input Pin voltage is more than the DAC output voltage, let us suppose here it is a 2.5 volt and this voltage is 3 volt, then it will take decision, that is whatever the approximated voltage or approximated output of the DAC is not correct, and we have to go for the next approximation. That is, we have to set a D7 bit and we have to reset the D6 bit. Okay, so likewise it will do the successive approximation. So, or if suppose this input voltage is less than the comparator DAC output voltage, then it will assume that whatever the assumed success output, it is correct, but we have to go for the another approximation, that is next lower bit. Okay, so in this way, so every time, so it will go for the how many number of bits are there, that many successive approximation it will go. So first it will go fix D7 bit, then it will set the D6 bit. Okay, so for that again output will be added. In case of suppose D6 bit is D7 bit already 7 is fixed, then it will go for the next D6 bit. So it will take decision, that is V reference divided by 4, that voltage will be added into it. Okay, and hence output will be added or removed, according to that the bit will be setted. If that weight or that bit is setted, that reference voltage will be kept as it is, and bit is resetted, that bit will be removed or that bit will be make 0. Okay, according to that the successive approximation register will work. So it will work from, that is the D7 bit, D6 bit, likewise it will go towards the D0 bit. Okay, so in this way it will require more number of clock cycles, but it has less number of components. Okay, operating speed is less here, as it requires for 8-bit DAC, 8-bit ADC will require 8 clock cycles. So generally more commonly used ADC is the 12-bit ADC. So 12-bit successive approximation DAC is one common example here. The disadvantage is that it requires 12 clock cycles. Okay, but advantage of the successive approximation ADC over a flash type ADC is it requires significantly fewer analog components. Okay, just one comparator, one DAC and one SAR will be required. Another disadvantage of the successive approximation ADC is that we require some components in SAR, successive approximation register. Okay, but for larger number of bits we have to go for the successive approximation register or this type. Okay, there are another various types of ADCs are there in the digital circuitry, but depending upon requirement, okay, depending upon the speed, depending upon the area, or depending upon the components required, we can select a particular ADC. Okay, so this is about the today's video. We will stop here. Thank you.